So guys, a lot of you asked, Mayank, what are the type of assignments you get from the university? Can you share some of the assignments with us so we can get an idea about this, about the assignments or the work we are required to do in class? So the answer is no. Guys, I cannot directly share university's material with you, but in this video, I have taken some of the things which I from different classes and presented in a way that you will get an idea of what is the difficulty level and how and what kind of things you will be facing in the class, but it will not compromise with the integrity of the university, and I will not be presenting any material directly from the university. So that is how I make sure I'm not in any trouble. So before we start, let me tell you, a lot of people come from different backgrounds, BTech, BSc, and number of different backgrounds, right? And the simple and most logical question in their mind which comes is that, can we really do this? Are we competent enough to do this? To those brothers and sisters, this is the video you should be watching. One more disclaimer I wanna give before I start the video is that I have no intention of influencing your decision. I highly suggest do not get influenced or take decision based on the information I provide you in this video. That said, let's start the video right away. Let's go chronologically. Okay, so before attending any class, your professor expect from you that whatever there are some things which the professor want you to know before you come to the class. There are certain expectation of the professor which he or she might require you to do. So in that case, they give you some topics, some things, some sort of things you should study before attending the class. For example, the class activity says where and how you can find a publicly listed company's annual report. So in this case, you need to go to Google and really look for how you can obtain a company's annual report. Besides the balance sheet and income statement, what else you can find in the company's annual report? So you cannot answer this question based on your theories. You have to go to Google, look at an annual report and come up with an answer for that. So this is one thing that your professor will be expecting from you. Another thing is, in the same class activity, is that the discussion topic is why every country needs to have their own professional accounting body. So once professor teaches all the things he want to teach, there will be a time in class when we will discuss things. That is the time this discussion topic will come, that why different countries have different accounting bodies. So this is just a very small example of what are the things you are required to do. So you just have to go to Google and study a little about it so that you can get an idea, and you can speak in class just to participate and show that you are having some sort of, and you're working on things. So the last is, why do we need international accounting standards? So this is basic stuff. You go to Google, you search, you gain information, and you come to class. This is something you are expected to do in every class for this particular subject by this particular professor. I won't be naming subject or professor, but you get an idea. So let's move to the next one. So the next thing is, this is the thing I'm going to tell you now is the most huge component. This component has the huge proportion of your activities. So that is chapter readings and quiz. So what you are expected to do is, after the class, you are required to read chapters, chapter 1 or 2, for example. You'll read it and you'll attempt quiz based on the study you did on chapter 1 and 2. This is just an example. So for that, what they do is, they have a system called smart books. Smart books you have to buy. This is just a book but on a portal. I'll show you a quick video which will explain X, Y, Z, A to Z of what I'm talking about. What are smart books and how you read and attempt question and answers on that platform. So guys, this is the link of the video. If you watch this, you'll get an idea what I'm talking about. So this is like three and a half minute of video. This is an overview of what smart books are. And one more thing, you need to buy these books on your own. It is not included in tuition fees. So watch this and you will get an idea what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is a majority portion. This is where you do not have to have a lot of competency, but you have to give time to this. You have to read things, you have to understand things and answer question based on that. So that was the second component of things you are required to do. The third is weekly discussion. So this is good. This is good. So whatever you studied in the week, you will be given some sort of scenario or a case study or a kind of statement like we get in IELTS writing exam. So whatever you studied in the whole week, you have to implement those understanding and write a short article for like 300 words and give your opinion on that particular statement. Okay, so one example of that I'll show you. This is my own written. This is what I wrote. So this is not very good, I'm telling you. I'll also link this article in the description. You can read it and get an idea what are the things you will be required to do. Okay, so this was the case study. This was the case. This was the statement. Organization and human resource theories should follow the contingency approach. Comment on the accuracy of this statement. So I wrote this 300 word article, mentioned some of the references, and so this was week 1 discussion. So it was not very tough. It was fairly easy to understand, and you might be getting different. So weekly discussion, this was for my class. I have taken a weekly discussion from my friend class also. So in his activity, weekly assignment activity, he have to present SWOT analysis between two companies, Indian and Canadian. And for that, he made this whole report. He prepared this and presented in the class. I'll also mention this report in the description. You can have a look on it and understand how things work and what is the system. So guys, in addition to this, you are also given group projects. Group project is something I cannot explain you as of now because I do not have enough information to give you a complete idea of group projects. But let me explain you in very simple terms. What is this? What the group project is? One group project per term. You have to submit a group project at the end of your term, and the whole class is divided into groups. Like if you have 30 students, you are divided into equal groups of 5 student or 6 student per group. You are expected to research on a topic given by your professor. You have to research on that. You have to come up with good ideas and logical. You have to think critically about those ideas and write a report of around 12 to 20 pages. And since this is a group project, the workload in terms of doing is not very much. Like 6 people for 20 pages is not much, like 3 pages per person. So the thing the professor focus on the group project is that how well you are coordinating with your teams, how well you are agreeing to one another's idea, and what is the level of research you have done in the project, and how timely and how good the formatting and your writing standard level is. So these are the kind of things you are expected to do in group project. It is taken and in every subject you have a group project or which you have to submit at the end of your term. Okay, in addition to that, there are also surveys you need to complete. Like your professor will provide you different kind of surveys related to class discussions and topic, like personality. If you are studying human behavior or organizational behavior, you might be getting personality tests or different kind of surveys you have to study and do on your own and submit them to the professor. So guys, I guess so these were the things I really came up with. This was the whole these were the assignments. So guys, I hope you got a little bit of idea, not much. I know I could have done a better job, but considering a lot of factors such as not compromising the integrity of the university, I tried my best, and this was the thing I come up with. In conclusion, I would like to tell you that whatever I told you and described you and showed you as a demonstration, this is from a very narrow sample size. I mean, this is based on my own understanding and observation of 1 or 2 weeks of classes, and it is just from my own classes. Like, there are multiple sections, every section will be having different assignments, different exposure, so the sample size is small. So keep that in mind. Also, one thing I want to tell you is that I have no intention of influencing your decision in any ways. So while you watch this, keep that in mind. You get an idea from this video, but do not base your decision based on the information I provide you in this video, because things change on a daily basis. So by the time you might come to the university, things might be slightly different. So keep those factors also in mind before taking any decision. I have no intention to influencing anyone. I just like to provide information which I think is helpful for many people. So I was not very comfortable in sharing these kind of things on publicly on YouTube, because I was afraid that I might get in trouble. But I tried my best. I tried to be as genuine and as protective, and I hope I do not get in trouble. So that was it, guys. Literally, that was it. I will mention these things in the description. You can have a look, and if you have questions, definitely text me on Instagram. I'll be happy to help. Until next time.